Promise is gonna be 5 stars. It opened my mind with death. I was like, that's not how the ending's supposed to be. Oh, you can't see George. Are you excited, George?
No, I'm tired.
George is tired. So in today's video, I have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
Shut up.
George the Jungle. Today's video we're doing my boyfriend picks the books that I'm going to be reading. This is George, the boyfriend. He's usually not like this. He usually talks a lot. That's all you hear, that's all you're doing. George is only gonna pick one book. I'm just gonna be recording. I'm gonna be following him along through his thoughts about each book and what book he's gonna get. But I'm not gonna be buying the book if I already have it. So I'm gonna get a little sneak peek of what he's gonna get.
Those are rules, or can I just pick anything?
You could pick anything. What if it's a bad book and I just wasted money? Because each book is like 20 bucks. So it better be a good book, George. It better be 5 stars. Promise is gonna be 5 stars?
No.
Promise? It's a pinky promise.
No, because I don't know if it is. I don't know. I didn't.
He knows nothing about books. He doesn't read books. He doesn't like books. He doesn't know how to read.
I do.
I'm hoping George has a sense of mind to go in romance. Go in romance, George. Are you excited, George?
Yeah.
Look at all the books for my next video. Look at all sneak peek, sneak peek.
Too much.
Too much, too much. All right, let's go to Barnes and Noble. I'm gonna take my camera with me. I'm scared, so. Where are you gonna go first?
Me?
What is your mind? Yeah, where are you gonna go first? You have all these books. George is missing the good books. So we have fiction. We have fiction here. Oh, what the hell's going on here?
It's gonna be any book?
Yeah. So this is the poetry section.
Come here. Stop, too close. I'm gonna get it. Come here. Where's the mic? I'm gonna get a cookbook so she can learn how to cook.
Wow, George. Except for Hades and Persephone. Greek mythology is the only fantasy book I'll ever read.
I'm gonna get her a car book so she can know some things about cars.
This is where you come in, George. I don't need to learn about that.
Or Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's lit.
This is my favorite section. Get this book, George. Get this book. Get this book. I've been wanting to read this book. Get this book.
No, I found this book you should read.
What the? No, get this book, bro. I'm buying this book. I know this is like part of the Parable series, but you can read this by yourself. Haley Pham said that. Okay, I've been looking for this book for a long time. Okay, so. No, I don't like Star Wars.
But you can get to know Star Wars.
No. I like Greek mythology. This is another retelling of Medusa. Let me see. That George is considering. It's called Under the Whispering Door. It looks like. How small the words are. But look, this is like a tree on the side. That's actually pretty cool. The first line on chapter 1, it says Patricia was crying. Guys, we're at my usual. George had to go somewhere, so he's not gonna be in the intro or the outro. So this is the book that George picked, Under the Whispering Door. I tried searching it up to see if it's like, if this is the first book or this is the second book. I think this is a standalone. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Death is only their beginning. So let's read the back to see what's it about. It says, welcome to the Charon's Crossing. The tea is hot, the scones are fresh, and the dead are just passing through. When a reaper comes to collect Wallace from his own funeral, Wallace begins to suspect that he might be dead. And when Hugo, the owner of the particular tea shop, promised to help him cross over, Wallace decides he's definitely dead. But even in death, he's not ready to abandon a life he barely lived. So Wallace is given 1 week to cross over. Hilarious, haunting, and kind. Under the Whispering Door is an uplifting story about life spent at the office and a death spent building at home. George was like, this is interesting. I'm like, George just talks about death, but okay. And the authors know, like with the first few pages, it says, this story explores life and love as well as loss and grief. There are discussion of death in different forms, quiet, unexpected, and death by suicide. Please read with care. The first line says Patricia was crying. Wallace Price hated when people cried. Is my door locked? No, it's not. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm actually really interested in this book. I don't know anything about this book. I never heard of this book. Right? Oh, thanks.
Have a good day.
Too. So this is the book that George chose. I'm excited to read it. I'm probably gonna read it to see how it is and give it like a few stars to see if this is a 5-star read or if it's 0 stars or if I'm gonna DNF it, but I'll let you guys know. I read a lot because I left at like 55 and now I'm on page 120 because I was reading in Barnes and Noble. I'll tell you about this book. I thought I wouldn't like it. I've been tabbing already, so that says something, so it might be a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm learning about Wallace and his personality. At first, okay, he's like just a grumpy old man, a grumpy old harsh man that doesn't care about anybody except for himself. So in the first few pages he's like a CEO of like of his company with his friends, and he was firing somebody, and that was the first few pages that he was firing this girl, and the girl was so annoying. She was so annoying. Then he died, but I don't want to say how he died because I feel like it's a spoiler, but yeah, he died, and we're going along with Wallace and meeting new character, helping him out, trying to cross. Okay, at first I did not like Wallace, and I was like, Wallace, you're such a grumpy man. You're so angry all the time. No, Wallace, like, no. If I was in Wallace's position, if I died right now, and I was in Wallace's position, and that, like, if this book is true about the afterlife in the middle, before crossing over, I would have been like Wallace. I would have been angry, wanting to ask questions like, why am I here? Why am I dead? Blah, blah, blah. You know? Like, I don't think I have laughed this much in a book before. Some scenes, it's like funny. So we met May, Hugo, Apollo, and Nelson. Those are like the 5 characters we met throughout the journey. What is a ghost's favorite fruit? Blueberries. Blueberries. Back from obviously reading this book. It's been a while. It's been, I think, a week, but we are here. We're back. I finished this book. We're gonna review it together. So we all know George picked this book. Don't know why. He said that he loved this side, like the side, it was like printed in like blue and tree. He didn't read the back. He was like, here, I picked this book, and I was like, okay. It's not a book I would pick up at all. The genre of Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune is fantasy fiction. It's considered as a romance novel, but I would not the romance was only at the end, very little. It's not a lot. Fantasy fiction, gay fiction, fantasy comedy. Yeah, it definitely was fantasy comedy. I started laughing through like most of this parts of the books. It's funny, I'll give it that. It's funny. And like I laughed a little bit throughout this book. I really like the characters throughout this book. We meet so many, not a lot, like what, like 5 people in this, and a dog. Each of them have a story, and I think my favorite character was May, and oh my god, is that a bunny? I scared the bunny away. It was like a desert bunny. So cute. It was just looking at me, and I was gonna show you guys. Everyone is funny in this book. They have their own little moments, especially Wallace, and and he grew as an individual, and I guess that's the point of this book and what happens in the afterlife. The rating about this book. Okay, in the middle of the book, it was 5 stars. George, you really picked out a really good book. This book is interesting. It has fantasies, talk about death, about the afterlife and everything. I love these characters, how they're growing as an individual. But something happened that changed my mind. And I was like, it's going down a 0.5. So the final rating I gave this book was 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is my opinion, okay? This is my opinion. I found it. It's 3:47. That's when it starts. I was about to cry, and I was like, damn. This is how it ends. This is how the story ends. That's it. It's a 5 out of 5 star read. That's it. So 3:47, that's when it, like, I was like, for sure it's gonna be 5 out of 5 stars. I turned the page and I was like, there's more. There's more to the book. And I was like, no. And I was like, no. And there's like an epilogue and everything about what happened after. I was like, that's not how the ending's supposed to be. It should have ended right there, 3:47. It should have ended like that. TJ Klune, this is a really good book. It opened my mind with death. Like, I did not think death, like, I did not think about death like that. I just thought death was like, oh, you're just a speck of dust, you're gone forever, like, pooh. But this was like, I was like, maybe this does happen when you die, like these characters and everything. I was like, but obviously it's fantasy. We don't know what happens when you die. No one knows. I'm really grateful for this. I'm really grateful for reading this and opening my mind. It's too good of a book to make it like a 4 or a solid stars. So that is my first book. That is 0.5. My little review with Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.